The roots of the Nigerian Civil War stretch far deeper than the immediate triggers of 1966. Three major structural forces shaped the conflict: ethnic mistrust, competition for power, and control of resources. First, colonial rule laid the foundation for ethnic polarization. The British governed the North and South differently. Indirect rule in the North, missionary education in the South, creating unequal political and educational development. By independence, the North had less than 10% of university graduates, while the East and West dominated the civil service. These imbalances fed resentment and fear. Second, political crises worsened tensions. The controversial 1962-63 census, widely believed to be rigged, determined federal allocations and parliamentary representation. The political crisis in the West, the Wild Wild West era, added national instability. Regional leaders began viewing politics as a zero-sum struggle for ethnic survival. Third, the 1966 coups shattered Nigeria's fragile unity. The January coup was interpreted in ethnic terms because most of the officers were Igbo and most victims were Northern and Western leaders, even though Igbo politicians like Nnamdi Azikiwe were not involved. The July counter-coup, in retaliation, targeted Igbo officers and civilians. The pogroms that followed were the ultimate breaking point. Trains arrived in the east, carrying mutilated bodies. Women and children were attacked in the north simply for being Igbo. Buses and lorries transported fleeing survivors. Over 1 million displaced persons returned home with no government protection. The Aburi Accord in Ghana in January 1967 was the last real chance for peace. Ojukwu believed it granted regions greater autonomy to calm tensions. Gowon believed it would weaken federal authority. The disagreement over the accord's implementation became the final trigger. On May 27, 1967, Gowon announced the creation of 12 new states, splitting the eastern region. 3 days later, Ojukwu declared Biafra independent. Nigeria and the East were now on an unavoidable path to war. Up next, the outbreak of war, 1967. If you don't mind, could you follow? Leave a comment, like, share for more reach.